Today's episode 108 of the Deep Dive. It's going to be a quick one because I have a dentist appointment in a little bit over an hour. But I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Jude. Destry has not told me what he's talking about, so we'll have to be surprised by that. Episode 108.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
I've been making some really interesting decisions lately, and I'm not going to really talk about music today because I think this has infested my life so much this last week that it has to be talked about.
Okay.
There's times I hope that everybody goes through that you just make decisions and you go, well, what happened? I've done this 1,000 times. And I just made a really strange. This morning, in Pensacola, Florida, there's a big construction going on at the junction of Pensacola Boulevard or Car City, whatever road that is.
It's like 29 and 10, right?
Yes, exactly, 29 and 10. And I don't know. I've been living here. I've been married 25 years. So I've been here 26, 27 years.
Right.
And I've taken that road so many times coming off of Pensacola Boulevard, taking a right going east, and I was going around traffic to get here. Well, I don't know if y'all know it or not. Do you know it? No, okay, he knows it. Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
Now you take that turn, you can't go east.
Right.
You got to go west. And let me tell you, I don't know if y'all know this or not. The next exit to get off is about 6 miles down the road.
Right.
So I take the turn, and I'm looking up ahead. I see cones. I want to turn towards Tallahassee, towards your office, towards our studio. I can't go. I have no choice but to go.
Yeah.
And you hit 10, and it's 65, 70 miles an hour. And the opposite way, where I would correct my path, is backed up because of an accident and construction. So I'm going away from the studio, already late. I've already texted y'all, say it'll be about 10 minutes late. I'm going away from the studio. It's raining, backed up traffic the other way where I want to go, going, whoa.
I'm just not supposed to go there today.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
So anyway, I made it around, and I finally made it here. I had to come back through that construction, but I had to make a big loop. And times like this, it's really good to have a car that has 312 horsepower. It's not that I'm speeding, but whenever I'm 5 lanes over to the left and I need to take a right, it's really nice to punch it real quick and get over and not be dangerous to anybody except for maybe myself. And it's rear-wheel drive, so it's got good traction. Anyway, I used the horsepower a little bit this morning. I think I blew out the carbon on the points. If there was carbon on the points, they're not anymore.
You don't have points anymore.
Don't have put whatever. Is carbon get on the
valve cover?
The valve cover. There's not any on there. I mean, I hit 90 at one point coming around big trucks and to get to where I need to go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it worked out because when I got here, I sat down, had a bowl of cereal while we were waiting, and spilled milk on my shirt. So I gave it a time to dry, so I don't have this big wet spot in the middle of my shirt.
All right. Well, sorry for being late, but I thought I was going to be 45 minutes late. I really did. 'Cause whenever I was going the opposite way and looking where I needed to go, and it was backed up and it was raining, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I just won't go today. Anyway.
Yeah, you have to go all the way back down to Pine Forest.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And then turn around and come all the way back up. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's a mess down there.
Yep, it was a mess. And had I not known the roads really well, that's where I go mountain biking out that direction. So I know a lot of shortcuts, and I was able to find a loop that a local would not have known.
Right.
No way. So I made it through. But another really good decision I've made. I wanted to share with you. So I'm the photographer, second year photographer of West Florida baseball. So last year I just did varsity, and this year they're letting me do freshman, JV, and varsity.
Okay.
So there's 3 games, right? 3 teams that I'm following, and this week there's a game every night. Some nights there's 2 games, and they start either at 4. Freshmen start at 4, and everybody else starts at 6 or 6:30, I think, something like that. They don't all 3 play the same night. So anyway, I go out there Tuesday night. I miss Monday's night and go out there Tuesday night to see, I think it's the varsity play. And I've got these, anyway. So I pull up. I'm tired because I mountain biked. I went in the gym. I'm tired. I didn't really want to be there, but I wanted to push through and get these shots out because I haven't been to a game yet this year. So I've got my wagon, my little blue wagon, right? I have to park about 200 yards away, put my stuff in the wagon, and pull the wagon, get over there. I walk by and see there's a ladies softball, a girls softball game going. Lacrosse is practicing. There's a sheriff's right here. Track and field is practicing. I mean, I'm walking right through hundreds of kids. You know, they're all engaged. It's really cool. It's nice energy. You know what I mean? To see all these young kids doing something productive, and these guys are over here to the right doing the high jump where they run and they jump backwards. It was just really neat. I really that's why I like sports photography, you know, being around that energy. Really cool. And I'm pulling my wagon. I go through the gate and they let me get in free. So I talk to the gatekeeper. She says, "Welcome back. Hadn't seen you since last year." And, you know, we got the same deal we had last year. I get in free. "Yes, sir, you're fine. Come on through." So I come through and I'm looking, the seats, bleachers are full of parents, and I need to start engaging with these parents so they can find out where to get the pictures. Yeah. Because last year there was the word just did not get around really well. So I see them. I say, "Good, game's playing." I think it's the bottom of this first or second inning, and not just bleachers, but over here was full too. There was a lot of people there watching. So I pull my cart over to the field house, the clubhouse, and I'm getting ready. And I got a 300. I got a new lens. It's new to me. It's an old lens, but it's a sports lens.
Yeah.
And how can I say it? You can't walk around with this lens and people not notice. You've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it? I brought it in
it's
here.
that big one, right?
Yeah, man. It's big. It's not the biggest one, but it attracts attention.
Yeah.
And I would rather go in stealth. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is a 300 2.8, which is a good one. Lets a lot of light in. I was so excited because this will be the first time that I've taken sports pictures with it.
Right.
So I get the body cameras out, and I've got 3 different cases that I put stuff in. Body camera out. Man, one thing about photography, there's a lot of gear. It is gear intensive, man. Just little stuff and adapter. There's just a lot of strap, everything. So I got everything going, got the bodies, and all I had to do next was get in the case, open the case, and get the lens out. You know, in my head, I'm going, I've wanted to do this for long. I thought I was going to open it in my head. It'd be gold light and ta-da, you know, here's the lens you're going to use. Man, I was so for months, I've been looking forward to using this thing.
Yeah. It's like the smoke machine goes off. And
yeah, man. It's just
fireworks.
Yes, everything. Here's the lens. The lens is here. I'm going to use it. Man, I'm just seconds away. And I open it up, and I see 4 9mm pistols.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my Lord.
You took the wrong case.
I took the wrong case.
So now you're at a baseball game with a bunch of guns?
Think about that's exactly right. I opened it up. I wish I would have had a picture of my face. I was leaning over like this. I don't think I moved for a minute or so. Everything went through my head. Where I am, oh my gosh. I am in the bowels. There's hundreds of kids around me. Little kids over here playing
That's a
baseball.
bad place to be with that.
Oh my
that
gosh.
cargo.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly right. What could possibly happen? Dude, that's a lot of time in prison.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a story like that getting blown up? Local photographer brings arsenal. That's exactly what it would say.
Yeah, they would say
It
arsenal.
would bring arsenal to West Florida.
Yeah.
That's exactly, and all this stuff is going through my head. You know,
You're probably there for 3 seconds, but it felt like a
probably
couple hours.
it did, and nobody saw because it was the bottom card, but it was an black Apache case like that one, except for black. It's a poor man's Pelican case, right?
Right.
Nobody saw, although there were kids sitting within 15 feet, but they were up on an elevation looking at the game. And I opened it up, I closed it, I put my hand on the case, and I just leaned there for a minute. Destry, you don't have any choice. You've just got to put your stuff back and leave. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I did. I mean, what choice do you have?
Right.
You know what I mean? I've just got to do this. Nobody knows that I have this. Mm-hmm. You have to walk right by a sheriff's person. He's sitting there and there's another one over here. They're they're hired to keep people like me away, evidently. So I just put my stuff away and I rolled on out and went back home. But I just think about how accidents can easily. I didn't have any ammo.
Right.
I didn't have any. I didn't have any magazines. Didn't have any ammo.
Didn't have any ill
the
intent.
fact-
Didn't have any ill intent. But I would have had to gone through the process.
Yeah.
Of proving that, hiring a lawyer, proving that. How many thousands of dollars? Now I've got USCCA. Mm-hmm. That would have been helpful.
Right.
That would have been helpful.
But would that have helped because it was an unintentional situation, but because you knowingly went there, and that might have been a thing they said, well, we ain't covering that one.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't pay for morons.
Right.
Sorry,
Did you get the moron
accidentally kicked the
addendum?
table.
No. Well, that's because you're a moron, and you.
That was on you, my friend.
It was such a unique experience, such a unique feeling. Post that happening, me driving home, I started thinking of all the stuff that maybe has happened in the world that we have heard about, the reports that we have heard that have been blown out of proportion, that has been totally innocent. That was a totally innocent but avoidable situation on my part.
Oh, yeah. On the news media, you would have been crucified upside down and boiled in oil at the same time.
And it would have maybe it would have depended on, does a DA have something to prove? Is it an election year? Is it this?
But you know what's interesting about that? Merely the presence of firearms did not mean that something bad happened.
That's true.
And I think that's a really important point to make is that the firearms themselves are not the dangerous thing. It's the person who wields them.
Yep.
It's an inert tool.
Yeah.
It's like a hammer or a screwdriver. I can either use it to build a house or tear down a house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all are on my side, but there's just
Right.
as many people that are not
not.
on
Yep.
our side that would be fighting in court.
Oh, to have you completely
Absolutely.
gone.
Yeah.
Crazy. Things can change so quick, man. Things can change so quick with just an innocent mistake. And how did I know exactly how it happened, but so I called Donna and she said, "How are you going to make sure that doesn't happen again?" I thought, what a brilliant question. How am I? What a brilliant question.
I have a solution for that.
Okay, tell me what your
Take
solution is.
you have all the similar colored cases,
All black.
all black. Okay, you have colored duct tape, and you actually put a color of duct tape, so you don't have to go buy new cases. And what I do, I'll mark certain things with either a colored duct tape
Yeah.
or a colored marker. Say when we were doing the gun club where we were having the practice stuff. My gun case that was for all of the airsoft, I had orange stripes on that gun case.
Right.
And so that way I know when I picked up if it didn't have an orange stripe, it was a real gun.
Right.
If it had an orange stripe, it was the airsoft gun.
Right. Now, that's a great solution, and that is a solution that we came to. But that's not a moron-proof solution.
Well, if you have a
Especially
middle
in my
moment,
case.
I thought, okay, different color case. I don't want to. I like that color, but I don't want an orange case. I don't want to track attention to the thousands of dollars of camera equipment
Right.
I have. So the army green, perhaps. I'm gonna, moron proof would put that painter's tape or duct tape on it and go guns, but I can't. You can't.
GUNZ.
Yeah, you can't. Or not guns.
yeah, not guns.
Yeah. Show up to an event with
That's
a big
right.
cases, not guns.
That's right.
guns.
See, they're not guns.
They're not guns.
You're getting
I'm still going to
searched, my
shoot
friend.
with them, but they're not guns.
So I think the tape thing is going to be the best. The best thing to do is check it before you go, Destry. Right?
Yeah.
Just don't do that. Check it before. Have tape as a start, a cheater, and then look in because there's only at least 4
Built-in
switches.
redundancy.
Built-in redundancy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do. Now, anyway. Another thing, speaking about Gun Club, we've talked about this a whole lot in Gun Club, is that how easily a range bag can be used as a travel bag and something be left in that range bag and you're going through TSA and it be picked up.
Even an empty shell casing.
Even an empty shell casing. Or if there's dogs around,
Right.
they're going to come up to you. You know what I mean? Now, they might not find anything, but the residual there, a beagle, a dog can find it. And,
Yeah, the residue that's on the bag, even though there's nothing in there.
And if nothing else, you're inconvenienced.
Right.
If the worst happens, they'll find a bullet in there that was
Even
just
a
loose.
casing. Even just a casing.
Oh my gosh. A simple thing like that can happen. So we have always said, do not have a dedicated range bag and do not use it for anything else. Nothing else. Don't put a gun in your travel bag or don't use your range bag for anything else. Has to be separate, right? That's still not foolproof, but it's better than switching out a range bag because we all love range bags, have a lot of pockets in it and everything, and carry it real easy.
Yeah.
But it's just not worth the.
Yeah.
We could have almost been in jail at the same time after what happened to me on Saturday then.
Oh, what did you do Saturday?
We just got a new car, of course,
Yep.
Okay. So I go to Lowe's. I had to go in and buy a little part, $3 part, come back out, and I accidentally pressed the button to where my lift gate came open. I saw that pop open. It was about 85 feet away, 80, 90 feet away, whatever. I walk over, close the button, walk around, I press the button, unlock the door, open the door. There's a water bottle and an orange sitting inside.
And that's not your water bottle or orange?
And the cord, instead of being red, was white. Identical colored car.
Oh, my gosh.
Identical
Chris.
colored interior. My fob was locking and unlocking. Had I not been paying attention,
Oh,
I
my
could have jumped in that car. More than likely, because everything else was working on the fob, cranked it, drove off. The person would have come out. They would have probably got in my car. And I just happened to stop because I said, there's an orange there. There was not an orange there.
Oh, my goodness.
Because JDL had just come home from the gym. And so the water bottle didn't register. So I walked around to the back and looked, says, that's not my tag.
Oh, my God. The fob is unlocking somebody else's vehicle.
But it is still the same brand of vehicle, identical color. And I heard when I opened the trunk, the latch again, I was hearing beep, 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 beep. I was hearing it like in the Doppler effect. I turned around. One space away was my car. So it was their car, open space, my car. Gosh. It freaked me out. I got home. I'm like, I could have driven off in this person's car. They would have reported it stolen. Next thing you know, I'm on the ground with Escambia County, and I was like, that really got to me on that
That
one.
makes me wonder if there are other people who have access to my vehicle through their fob.
For sure they do.
Oh, yeah.
It sure sounds like it.
Because the likelihood of that happening, it's not supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. But my car's origin originally was shipped to Miami. This car was here in Pensacola. Now, did it originally come from Pensacola? I don't know. Mm-hmm. So, they use the same fob numbers all across the country because there has been a case of this happening before. But the fact is, the only thing I didn't do was get in and start it.
Wow.
But I could have.
That could so many things could have gone wrong there.
Oh, yeah, very badly.
Things and innocently. Gosh, man. Yours is a late model car.
2021.
So you just wonder.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of those around, Oh,
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I've done the same thing Chris did before. I accidentally opened someone else's because it looked exactly like mine, and vice versa. Sitting in a parking lot, all of a sudden someone opens my door, and we both freak out, and they realize, this is not my my vehicle.
Wow.
We went to a restaurant. It was about 3 weeks ago. And when this guy comes out and he goes, "What the blank happened to my truck?" 2 trucks identical except for the bumper. Somebody had he thought he had a push bumper, and the bumper on this, both of them sitting side by side, identical except for the front bumper. He thought somebody had torn his bumper off. He's getting upset.
I got you.
And then his buddy kind of goes slap, goes points up there. It's like,
never mind.
Wait a minute. But he was getting upset because he thought somebody had torn his bumper off or something. Right. Oh, yeah, it was a mess.
Man, oh, man. Strange things happen in life, man.
Yep.
Wow. Well, anyway, those are the 2 stupid things I've done. This is construction. I don't know if it was...
Yeah.
It's stupid because I didn't read the sign, but I've been through there hundreds of times,
right.
And I don't know. Do y'all read every sign that you go through? Every
so funny thing about that, right? I remember once I was angry because I was in one of those defensive driving classes because I had gotten a ticket and was told I'm supposed to take a driver's ed class now, and so I'm already kind of ticked off being in there. Like everyone was, poor teacher.
Right.
But
Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And he mentioned the same thing about like there's you have to pay attention to the signs, and the signs say this, and the sign direct you, and because I was in there because I got a speeding ticket because I forget the conditions around it, but everybody was, and so he's talking about like the techniques of driving and how you're supposed to glance and catch the speeding the speed limit signs and all this stuff. And I just got to thinking, like, how many traffic directing signs are there in a given mile? And so I remember like going across 3 Mile Bridge and just counting the number of signs. This is before the new one got built, but and there was something like 22 signs within 1 mile or something like that, and I'm like,
you're supposed to soak all that in.
Yeah, how are we supposed to soak all that in? Like, I can understand, a couple of them missing people's attention, especially if this is something that you've driven hundreds of times. You're not looking at anything. This is just
if you think about you're reading 22 signs in a mile, you're not paying attention to driving. You're now, it's like reading a book.
Right.
I might as well have a book in front of my face.
And so, like, it seems like there's an inherent danger in doing what you're supposed to do versus doing what you're supposed to do. Like, do I keep my eyes on the road or do I keep my eyes on the signs, or whichever. But I just remember thinking about that, and, like, do we realize how much we've cluttered the shoulder of the roads with all these signs that were, it's like that song, signs everywhere, signs.
And you're just talking about legal signs for direction, not to mention billboards.
Yeah, billboards, businesses, campaigns.
And now billboards are
electronic. They rotate.
So they're rotating, and you're trying. You know what I mean? If you see something that's interesting to you, you want to.
Right.
It will get your attention like it's supposed to.
I'm waiting for the day when the electronic signs around here Like right now, I think the laws are that it can't be a moving picture.
Okay.
But you know that's happening sometime.
For sure.
You know, especially because every movie you see about the future, there's always moving pictures and holograms in the right of way.
Right. Right.
But yeah, everything's pretty much vying for our attention.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, so what kind of music was I listening to when I was taking the wrong?
Well, that's another thing. A lot of us are listening to music or
That's
listening to talk radio or, you know, something like that.
Texting your podcast partners, telling them you're going to be late.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing.
Talking on the phone.
So anyway, music. Man, my social feed. Let me tell you what I did with my social feed. I just got fed up with it, Chris. I'm thumbing through one day going, why am I doing this? What value is this bringing to me? I want this to have some type of value. It's gone from being value to being an addiction of things that I don't even want to see.
Right.
What good is that? So it's easy to say that. It's another thing to do it. So, okay, Destry, what are you going to do? All right, I'm going to go through my friends list. I'm just going to unfriend everybody that doesn't bring me joy to see. Like I've got old friend Karen Todd in Lumberton. I love seeing posts from her because I've only seen her once whenever we buried Kent a couple years ago. Other than that, since high school, I've only seen her a handful of times. And I love seeing updates about her and her cat. It brings me joy.
Right.
So what? It brings me joy. So I'm not going to unfriend her.
Right.
But people I see at church all the time, great, you sold another house. I'm happy for you, but I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
You know, nothing against them, but I'm just not going to follow them.
That's kind of one of the
anymore.
things. There's a group of friends that we get together, you know, once a week or something, just to kind of hang out. And our primary rule is nobody's allowed to talk about work.
That's good.
And that's kind of how I feel about the social media stuff. Is like, because I have a lot of friends like that who the only thing they post about is work stuff, and I know I do too from time to time. Like, you know,
yours is at least an attempt at comedy.
Yeah, I'm attempting to be funny and not like, you know.
And if you know you, they are funny.
Right, if you know me. If you don't, they're just boring. But
Weird.
yeah,
Dry, I think.
yeah, but you know, like people are more than their careers, and
Yeah.
people are more than, you know, the pictures of the food they eat, you know, things like that. And so, my rule right now with the friends list on my social media is a very weird rule. But you know, I'm a math nerd. The picture I have of myself on Facebook is just a picture of the Greek letter pi. You know, the ratio of a circle's diameter to its or circumference to its diameter.
Yep.
And so I'm very math oriented. I have pi is 3.14.
Oh, yes, that's great. That's another dumb thing he's done.
Pi is
Turned off his phone. Sorry.
pi is
Chris.
3.14. So I have 314 friends. And
Is that right?
yes, and I've tried to maintain it at that number, and so every now and then I'll add someone, but then the number's off, so I have to go through my list and
Oh my
and
gosh.
try to figure out someone to delete. And usually it's like I don't. This person never posts, or if they
Yeah.
do post, it's always just about politics or something
Yeah.
boring that is not like, you know, like you said,
Yeah.
doesn't bring me joy. It's not
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to maintain two things. Number of friends is a multiplier of pi, and the content that the person does is either funny, joyful, or useful in some way.
There you go. That's good. That's good. It can overtake you, and I am so guilty of relaxing at night, sitting watching TV, and I've got my world set up where I've got everything I need, including Bobby, my cat's fishing little thing that she likes to play with. It's right here. Whenever Bobby comes in, she scratches on her post. I know she wants to play, so I just do this. She's playing over here. I'm watching TV. I'm drinking whatever I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Every now and then, every now and then I pick up my phone. As soon as I pick up my phone, an hour goes by. You know what I mean? And I have I've totally missed everything in front of me.
Right.
Now, I really, really try not to do that whenever Bobby comes in.
Yeah.
Because I want to, she knows where I am. She has house, she has outside, screened in outside.
Yep.
Whenever she comes to me, I know she wants to play. So I put my phone down no matter what. She gets my attention.
Yeah.
But what's it doing to my brain? I'll tell you what it's doing. Remember that movie you told me to watch last week with what's the girl we talked to? Justin Timberlake's
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel.
Oh, the Illusions.
Illusions. I turned it on, watched it. This is what social media's done to me. It was too slow for me. Mm-hmm. This is a full length movie that I know I'd like, right. But it can't. It has not captured my attention yet.
Right.
It's been it's more than 15 seconds.
A slow build.
Yep.
Movie.
Yep.
And if you got to have instant gratification,
I have not been able to watch it. I watched 10 minutes of it. I'll go back some, and then I watched 10 minutes of it. That is exactly a result of social media. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, social media and like Reels and YouTube Shorts and all this stuff. It's meant to, whether it's meant to do this or not, it's what it does. It forces your brain into the habit of needing packets of information that are within like 3 minutes or whatever. It reduces your attention span.
Sure does.
Does. That's very well documented.
Yep.
Not just
what I'm going through right now. Honestly, I go to where I want to watch a movie, and next thing you know, I'm like you. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's not fast.
It's 15 minutes. It's gone, and so
get to the point.
Yeah, it's like get to the point. Yeah, and that's exactly where I'm at. And I've actually thought about just doing away with Facebook. But,
me too. If it wasn't for photography, I would.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for me trying to get the word out, I would.
I mean, if it wasn't for like being able to keep in touch with family that live on the other side of the country,
those are valuable things. Those are things that bring you joy.
Yeah.
Perhaps once a year, once every quarter, we need to go through and look at our feed and go, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I? Even with photography now, I've got so many photography things on my feed. I don't look at them all. I don't look at hardly any of them because there's so many of them. Like we've talked about before in Photography Club, there's so many YouTube channels about photography.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Name the hobby. Name whatever. To me, you've got to pick one or two and drill down on those.
Right.
We've picked what's it called?
Tony and Chelsea Northrop.
Yeah, the Northrops. We've picked them.
You like Jared Poland.
Yep.
And the other one, what's the other? Is the Chandramar or whatever?
Yeah, Jamon Duntramal.
Yeah,
from Canada.
Canada.
He's good. We like that. We like their teaching style, and we try to advocate for them. There's thousands of other ones that are good, that are really good.
Yeah.
But you just can't pay attention to everybody. We like Northrops because why? Because they don't take money from advertisements. From camera manufacturers, they take advertisements from second party or third party that sell stuff, but they sell every camera available.
Yeah,
they'll change out all of their cameras if other cameras they feel are better. Right. So they're bringing us, we feel are
they do like the
legitimate
second-hand camera thing with the KEHs or something like those.
Right.
You can go buy what you want.
That's right. We feel like they're bringing us true data. Right.
You know what's interesting about the social media thing? I'm going to tie this into Jude a little bit here.
Yep.
So there's a couple things that are really dangerous about it. One is that it reduces our attention span, but there's also like this dopamine hit that people get when they put something out there and they get likes on it. And what ends up happening is our bodies get addicted to that dopamine hit to where we'll put something out there, we get the dopamine hit because of the likes, and in pursuit of more and more of that feeling, we'll start to like our actions are governed by how can I present this and whatever I'm doing, how can I present it in social media and like feed the algorithm so that I get more likes and clicks and all that kind of stuff, whether we're conscious of it or not. That's why people are always taking pictures of their food when they're at a restaurant and posting it to social media, and or arranging their, they have morning devotions or whatever, and they'll take a picture of their Bible, posed on a table with a coffee or some healthy snack or whatever, and they'll post it to social media and all this stuff, and it's compromising who we are as a person in order for to gain more likes or followers or clicks or something like that. And in the book of Jude, he was talking about in verse 11. Well, the whole chapter or the whole book is talking about the how the gospel of Christ is being compromised for personal gain, and it talks about like changing the grace of God into lasciviousness. And he starts giving all these examples, which we've talked about in the past. What we talked about last night in our small group at church was this guy in the Old Testament. His name is Balaam, and Jude says that these people are going after the error of Balaam for reward. And when you go back to Numbers, there's this account of this guy Balaam, who was a prophet. Apparently very well known. We've actually found evidence of him in archaeology in the region that we're talking about in Numbers 22 in Scripture. There was an earthquake that partially uncovered an ancient building, so they went in and started excavating it. And there's plaster on the walls with inscriptions on them, and one of them was an inscription about this guy Balaam that we read about in Numbers. Okay. Kind of neat, but. Anyway, as Israel's wandering through the wilderness, they encounter Moab, and Moab, their king Balak, is freaking out a little bit because this group of people have been going through the wilderness and conquering like the Amalekites and the Midianites and the Edomites and all these guys, and he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be consumed in this new phenomenon. These people wandering through the desert. So he goes to Balaam and tries to hire him and said, "Hey, I'll give you a bunch of money if you curse this this group of people for me." And so they go back and forth a little bit, and Balaam, at one time says he can't curse them, and the price gets raised. Like everybody has a price. So what if I just sweeten the deal? Then will you curse them? And they go back and forth, and Balaam ends up standing on a mountain overlooking the nation of Israel, and doesn't pronounce a curse, but pronounce a blessing, because he can't curse something that God has blessed. Even if he tries, even if he's trying to do what this guy wants him to do, because there's a big paycheck behind it, he's not able to do it. And so the story kind of drops off after a couple chapters until Numbers 31. And the nation of Israel is in trouble, like not like they've encountered an enemy. They're in trouble with God because they've done something in rebellion against God. Come to find out, what they did was they started intermarrying with the women of the nations around them, and Moses goes through at God's direction and starts exacting judgment on this open rebellion against God. And a lot of people are dying as a result. One of them that are killed, it says Balaam of Peor, the same guy that a couple chapters earlier he was being offered a job by King Balak of Moab to curse Israel. And he's one of the ones that are killed in this whole thing. And Moses tells us why in Scripture. He said, in that whole series of conversations and everything between Balaam and Balak, Balaam wasn't able to curse Israel, but he advised Balak. He's like, the Israelites have this tendency to go after foreign women, these women that are members of the other pagan nations around them, and they start serving the gods of the nations that those women are from. And God's very very insistent on the fact that He is the Most High. He's the one that deserves worship. You don't have any other gods before Him. You don't even have any other gods with Him. Like, He is a jealous God, and rightly so. And so when every time Israel starts giving into idolatry and worshiping the pagan gods of the other nations, that's a big issue that ends up getting dealt with. Well, Balaam advised Balak, send the women in. Israel will fall because they'll be enticed by these women and God's wrath, and they'll incur God's wrath on their own, and you don't even have to curse them. This was Balaam's advice to Balak. And Jude alludes to this because he says that Balaam, he compromised the truth for personal reward. Mm-hmm. He said that these people who are creeping into the churches are doing the same thing. They're changing the grace of God into lasciviousness. They're compromising the truth in pursuit of personal gain, and bringing this back around to the social media thing, we see that happening because not just people in general, but more importantly, Christians are compromising themselves for social media gain, or churches will do this. They'll compromise the integrity of the message they're supposed to be bringing to position themselves to gain more members, or to gain more more donations to the offering plate, or something like that. Or the preacher will compromise what the message he's supposed to be bringing to the people, so that he becomes more favorable, like a more famous pastor or something like that. And no church is immune from this, and no Christian is immune from this. Mm-hmm. And that's why Jude, he makes it a point to say at the opening of his letter, says to contend for the faith, because this is happening in the churches, and it's not just happening on an institution-wide level, but it's happening on a personal level too. People are going in the way of Cain. They're running greedily after the error of Balaam. They're perishing in the gainsaying of Korah, which we'll talk about next week. He gives all these examples as a warning to us, like, don't do the same thing, and be aware that there are people that are around you that are doing this inside Christian circles. It's really not a comfortable book to read.
No, it isn't. Whenever you said send the women in and they will be attracted to them and be cursed themselves, boy, that's dirty pool right there.
It is.
That's really dirty pool. You know what I mean? It's smart in a way, because they know what their weaknesses are.
Yep.
Sensei's book, know your enemy's weaknesses, right, and strengths.
Yeah, Sun Tzu.
Yeah. Sun Tzu. What I call him, Sensei.
Sensei.
His friends knows it. His friends let him call him Sensei. We're tight. All right, Josh.
A boy named Sue.
Yes. You got to get to the dentist. I didn't know you had a dentist appointment this morning.
I didn't either until this morning.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I forgot about it.
Okay. Real quick before we go, about your dentist appointment, there was a time where I was doing some photography at church, and Josh came by and visited me from the dentist. And I had him stand up. Do you remember this? I had him stand up on the stage. I was checking the flash, and the pictures are him. He's just. There's one picture of him just going like this. His eyes are probably, his jaw is wide open. Like this. He's pointing at me.
A little bit of drool.
He just came from the dentist. Anyway, look forward to seeing you that way today.
Yeah. No, this is just a routine cleaning,
okay,
so it's all
cool.
good.
Very good. All right, Chris. Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay, we got to go. We got to go quick. So thank y'all, Don. I love you. Thank you for being patient. And
I got to go brush my teeth, so it makes it look like I.
It's that time of
walk
week.
Around with clean teeth all the time.
At least once a week, you should brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You know, and, day before dentist is good though.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks.